Welcome, guys, to another episode of Brewing with Birch and Bromley. We're on some number, and also sometimes we just don't post the videos. That's okay, too. Life happens. Life comes at you quick. But we're back from our long hiatus, and we're here to talk to you about more retro UFS, but also other stuff, I guess. I don't know. We'll figure it out. We're winging it. We're winging it. So this past weekend, which would have been Nationals weekend, RIP Nationals. We had a retro event with some undetermined amount of players because I don't feel like counting them. Yeah, and it was an event, I suppose. No Goro, no Mourning the Lost. So
yeah,
they
can't have
kind of
those.
listened to us. They kind of listened to us, but they won't ban Caden's blindfold.
They sure won't. Not even one time.
They flat out refuse. And okay, hear me out though. Looking at this list, only one of those decks could even play Scarlet Meteor for top guts.
And he won with it.
Shocking. Shocking absolutely everybody.
Yeah.
The deck that could play Scarlet Meteor with Caden's blindfold was victorious in a field of no Goros to match that intensity.
Yeah. Well, no, even the Goros that did well were also running.
Yeah, absolutely. But like they were matching the intensity because they had 40 life, so you had to make more 5 checks.
Right. You had to loop it even harder.
Yeah, you had to make way more checks, so they were just infinitely better at being in the game.
I sure did loop Meteor into Goro and left him at 2 health because I could not loop it enough. So I mean, it's a thing.
40 health. Imagine if he was Mr. Karate, only 38 health. He would have been doomed.
He would have been dead.
Or he'd have been dead.
Or if I made a single Yoshimitsu enhanced.
Yeah, I mean, if you were just, better.
If I was better at the game, for sure.
Imagine being better. Couldn't be me.
Imagine. Yeah, so like the word on the street is that Andy Cowboy Bebop Andy. That's his
Andy,
name.
Mr. Cowboy Bebop Andy.
The Cowboy Bebop. I mean, like Spike is not Mr. Cowboy Bebop. He's not even a cowboy, right?
No, he's literally not. He's literally not.
So in a world where everybody complains about Cowboy Bebop meta, he's the actual cowboy of Cowboy Bebop fame,
He's literally a cowboy.
He's the main character.
Imagine a world where Cowboy Andy and Aaron Black are the best characters in the meta. Couldn't be me.
And Aaron Black. I do want a 7-hand size Aaron Black.
Yeah, where's we need more cowboys. That's all I'm saying.
Give us all the cowboys.
We could put Nighthawk on the team, and then we'll have a Western movie itself. There we go. No, but in all seriousness, so neither of us participated because you came and visited last weekend. We should have done a live recording, but we didn't because we were too busy watching movies and getting drunk, which was more powerful than playing in retro. But we did watch Jose lose in real time.
That's true. Yeah. We watched Jose get absolutely gobsmacked while my phone was at 8% battery. I was like,
true.
No, he's
the good news is your phone never died that night.
True. Yeah, it survived.
It lived.
Golly gee. Yeah, there's some really nifty stuff in that top 8 though, right? Like there's not a whole lot of like, as far as I can tell, Andy is the only.
Oh wait, I'm so sorry. Right? There were 2 Andys playing.
Correct. Yeah. I think Andy is the only repeat of. Oh no, Iori, and it was Colby Cram who also topped with that same deck. But like, Wiley 2 hasn't been in top, although I know Jose has played that deck before.
Sure.
Cole Khan has not been in top. Ken 2 has not been in top. And like kudos to Mario Cervantes because he's just been slowly, steadily improving that Ken deck, right?
That's good. That's really good.
Every event he comes back with that Ken deck and it's a little bit better, a little bit scarier,
Okay, so now side note, do you think that is the natural progression of Ken decks? Every time I see Miles, his deck has like 6 new cards in it.
Well, it's not about new, like, because the thing is that, like, no offense to Miles or anything like that, but every time I see it, it's like goofier, right? Like, it's not
more cards.
It's not better. It's just like he's just having fun, right?
That's good,
right? And that's like if he wanted to just like absolutely blow the pants off of somebody, he wouldn't do some of the things he was doing. This is like Mario optimizing. Like
sure.
First he started with like Kuonichi, Nomai, and a bunch of other weird stuff, and then. And we've talked about, I was like, put weapons in that deck.
Oh, he needed to draw more cards.
Yeah, so he put more cards in there, and then he did it again, and he learned from it, and he this time he tapped. So I mean, he's in there. Next
That's
time he's
good.
gonna win the whole thing. You
That's
heard it here
good.
first.
Can we talk about how bad Mike Lowe is at these events? Just like as an aside, this guy has played in all of them
No, he hasn't. He only
and
played in.
sucks.
I think he's only played in 2.
We sucked at both of them. I swear I've seen him in every retro event, and he sucks
No,
every
he's only
time.
done 2, and last time he was doing so well, and then he got double Goro'd. Double Goro'd is bad for the SOS or bad for your rating.
Mike Lowe sucks. You heard it here first.
Oh, jeez. Mike Lowe got an emote in Shameless Discord.
Yeah, I saw that. It's a little like the really bad like cartoon link.
TT.
Yeah, that's a really bad like cartoon link from that really bad game.
Yeah, I think
those Legends of Zelda games that don't really count.
Mike was telling me that he got really upset this time around. Like he was having some IRL stuff going on, and also was getting ass blasted. So he was like, "All right, I think I'm done. I think he might have dropped. I'm not sure."
No, he actually played it all out. His name is not in red.
It's not in red.
Amongst the sea of red.
Well, good work, Mike. You did it, even though you were having an absolutely not good time. What's that book?
We're here for it.
Somebody has a no good, no fun book. There's the name of this book.
If the book's picture doesn't show up, what's the point? That's all I wanted. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
if you don't put the book's picture in the video, no one cares. No, but in all seriousness, this looks pretty different, right? I mean, there's not 70 Oris. Let's see. It only looks like 2 people even played Iori this time.
Yeah.
I mean, we've got some Andys, which I think was kind of to be expected. He's very good. So
the biggest, most disappointing thing is that Kevin Broberg did not play with himself. You know?
Yeah. Kevin Broberg did not play with himself.
Why didn't you play with yourself, dude?
Kevin Broberg and Ruben Frusto Jr. both played Scorpion 1, and both apparently did not have a very good time.
They did not have a good time. Even though that character's busted.
Wait, wait, I'm so confused. This Ruben guy has a strength of schedule of 0 and dropped.
Ooh.
But he has a rating of 3.
How does that happen?
I don't know.
But there's 4 people with rating of 0. Oh, wait. Oh, he has a SOS.
He has a strength of schedule of 0. Like he beat somebody, that person dropped, he lost, then he dropped.
Yeah, that's the only math that works out, right?
Holy shit.
Legend.
What an absolute unit. What an absolute unit. I've never seen that before in my entire life, but I love it. I love it just the same. Yeah, I mean, it looks like people were kind of trying out some new stuff. Maybe it's because I got to play the promos from King of Fighters. So maybe they felt like, all right, well, we have a little bit more of a wider variety. But I don't think that most of those cards are even very good. And I believe they banned a couple of them, right?
Yeah, they banned all the nutty ones. Like
they were like, yeah, you still can't play additional knowledge. Or not additional knowledge, forbidden knowledge. You still can't play clandestine, I believe, right?
No, you can't play that one either.
I'm assuming they banned contacting Hydern, but that's only because I have nostalgia of it being good. It might not actually even have been good.
I don't even know that one.
It's just like after your turn begins, commit it to draw card.
Oh, no, that one's totally fine.
Oh, okay. I just had nostalgia of that being like one of the best cards from that set. So I actually like.
Yeah, that card's nuts.
There were only like 4 good cards in that like 30 card promo pack.
Well, the other thing is that like what's the Christmas card?
Oh, happy holidays, yeah.
Happy holidays?
No, not happy holidays.
Yeah, no, not happy
holiday
holidays.
cheer.
You're right. Holiday cheer. Wow, you're way better at names than I am.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one's legal. And I was
Wait, you can play holiday cheer?
Yeah.
Wait, that card's so good.
It's crazy. It's nuts.
Wait, that card's so good. Wait, could you play Smug Satisfaction also?
I don't know what that one is. Smug Satisfaction. Yes, of course.
That card would be so good now.
Destroy, draw one?
No, destroy, unflip 2 of your foundations.
Oh.
That card would be so good now.
Yeah, that's pretty sick, actually.
Wait, yeah, okay, hold on.
I don't know if any of these symbols are like big unflip symbols, you know what I'm saying?
That's got so many good cards that flip over.
I feel like a lot of them are move or destroy.
No way, dude. Kieran Soul?
Oh, that's a good one.
And then I don't fucking play UFS. I don't know. There's more. There's more.
There's
Trust
more.
me.
There's more.
There's gotta be.
Scott Summin played Spike for the 80 millionth time. You know,
Yeah, dude. I'm sure
keeping
he's
consistent.
You think it was the exact same deck that he always plays to, or what?
I don't know. I have no idea. I've not seen the list, but
Man,
I'm assuming it's life and has like hand cannons and moon sets.
Listen,
and
dude. When you
birds.
gotta plan, you gotta plan.
Yeah, you know.
I like the Hawaiian roller coaster ride fucking Spike one you played at the weekly event.
Oh yeah, that was fun, man. I love that deck. The Water Boy, the Water deck.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, unsurprising. You've got some big names up there at the top too. Pretty
For sure.
much, pretty standard stuff. I didn't know
Yeah.
Grant Padley was going to be something that people would play, but I mean, I like the deck, so it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
I don't know what the deck.
I mean, you have the biggest name in UFS. You know, Jose Norono.
Yeah, of course.
You know,
Of course.
he's playing again the big time, the 2-time, the 3-time now.
We love that guy.
Timmy Heath playing the deck he played last time, but with Kotal Khan instead on top.
Wait, what was it before?
He was playing. I think he was playing with himself.
Wasn't he playing himself?
Yeah, he was playing himself, but like him, he likes attacks with low damage, like base damage too. And I think he said after the event, he was like, "I think the deck is good. I should have just put Kotal Khan on top." And then he did it, and he was second after Swiss. So,
and second in the event.
yeah, and second in the event. Two, yeah, and one of the first game he like tried to attack on turn 1 and check the 2 and had
the peanut butter falcon.
Yeah, he is that what that's called? It's called the peanut butter falcon. When you
absolutely
and fail.
Absolutely, that's peanut butter falcon.
Definitely got peanut butter falcon.
The low value.
Game
the
2,
low value turn
game
1.
2. I don't know if you watched the video, but the second game he had the dream play, which is single barrel putting an off symbol card in their card pool and then just counting to their life total.
That'll do it.
Yeah,
I mean 19 or whatever is not that high, so
yeah, it's just 20, and you're Kotal Khan, so you know.
Yeah, so you killed him in 3 attacks
for sure. And so that was cool. And then the third game, Church played like some obscene thing, like it was like meteor, nutcracker, shotgun on turn 2. Just like yeah, that certainly hits 30. You did it. You know? What are you gonna do about that?
How did he pass those?
He's fucking Andy, dude. Well, first thing, he opens his first hand, I think, was like Shadow of a Cowboy, and the old retro card that is just Shadow of a Cowboy but 2 diff.
Oh, the one where it gives 1 speed.
Yes,
Glacial Assault.
Glacial Assault. Yeah. So
Man, I know every card.
So he builds 4, but it's actually 7 because of those 3 cards, right?
Yeah, I guess that'll get you there.
Yeah, and also they ready themselves, right? Like it was a little insane. I say this anytime I played Andy, I'm like, if you open with 2 Shadow of a Cowboy, I just scoop. Like,
I mean, you're probably gonna win. Yeah, I mean, it's yeah. Andy's he certainly is a character that exists. He's like if Mike Hardiman's character didn't suck. Which is sad, but true.
So what really frustrates me about Andy is that, like, in my head, you got to be able to play like a little bit longer. But the reality is that you can just stuff every card on the good symbol that just builds one. Like the really terrible Chun-Li card, like it's a 3 diff with a terrible block, and it readies a face down foundation. But it's like its entire thing is enhance flip, get a face down foundation, and that is god awful, right, for a 3 diff.
Yeah,
right?
it's pretty
that's
bad.
That's a fucking terrible card. But I've seen every Andy that wasn't me playing 4 of that card. They're not even playing like Alpha Male. They're not
fucking
playing
Cowboy Andrew, dude.
But like because it's just I build one and I get to play every attack that I drew because I actually have twice as many foundations as you on turn 2. Like,
I mean it seems pretty nutty. Like,
yeah, but I think it's not like Andy himself, right? Is not actually that crazy, right? It's a singularity of tools that he's got at his disposal, right?
I think his character effect's pretty crazy just because like it allows you to go so much deeper.
Well, if you didn't have Let's Cut Loose, if you didn't have Nutcracker plus Burning with Revenge, right? If you didn't have the Shadow of a Cowboy, if you didn't have the Glacial Assault,
but
Scarlet Meteor,
he does.
He sure does. Sure does. Yeah, but
man. He's one of them. They're high roll characters.
He sure is. Yeah, he's one. That's the feeling that I get whenever I play into something like when I play against Church last event. I don't know how much his list changed, but like the game that he beat me, he just smoked me. Like there was no. Sure. I had no ins or outs of that. I was just playing solitaire. He was playing solitaire at that point, right? And like the 2 games that I won, I was higher seed, so I went first, and I got to stabilize and like draw my stuff. And I also had 4 copies of Bebop Blues between my main and sideboard.
Yeah, I mean, Cowboy Andy seems very much very like Yu-Gi-Oh-y. I don't know if you ever seen people play Yu-Gi-Oh, but you just play all your cards.
Yeah,
and you just like fucking do a million things, and then like either your opponent picks up their cards or they had the answer.
Right.
But like that, he's like the most Yu-Gi-Oh-y deck right now, where you just kind of like fucking.
Yeah, he just
him and Yoshimitsu, like they really can just do that, where you're just like fucking let me do all the things. And like either your opponent died or they didn't.
I do think that's a good point, that him and Yoshi are kind of similar and it's because they just make the checks, right? Like you play Meteor and you're like, oh no, I checked the 3, I tapped 2, that I'm just going to kill and rebuild, and they built an extra one when I do build it. So he kind of ignores the bad checking aspect of an aggro deck, right? He plays very much like a fire deck, but he has control over his staging area like a good symbol deck does.
Yeah.
And so he's really, really good at it. And like, Church wasn't even running some of like the synergistic stuff. He was just like big meaty things, right? Like the flashy shadow kicks in there. He's playing Nutcracker. He's playing shotguns. Like these are things that don't scream like I'm building a million things, right? Like when I built the deck, I was like, I want to play Bamboo Slice and Flame Roar because those things have synergy with that, and like Spirit Sword Thrust because I can pick up the things that I built face down. He's like, yeah, I'll just play Deflection Swing, and if I do, and it starts at 3 damage, but it's going to get to 13 by the time I'm done with it.
Yeah, no, that card is he's. I don't know. I kind of like that character a lot.
He's crazy. He's so good. I'm sure it's
I cannot wait for that to be like in a standard legal tournament.
Yeah.
I cannot wait. That's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I think in retro, the thing that's really pushing him towards he's such a huge race car is because the consistency of the deck is that it gets to run 4 copies of Shadow of a Cowboy, essentially, right? Because of Glacial Assault.
Sure.
So it makes his turn 2 that much more consistent.
Yeah, you can run an 8x pretty much.
Yeah. It's kind of like the King thing, right? King gets to run 4 tornado kicks, right? So if King draws the nuts with 100 tornado kicks,
you keep saying 4 when you mean 8. I'm pretty sure
8. Sorry, gets to run 8.
You said 4 twice in a row. Sorry.
Yeah, he has to run 8 tornado kicks, right?
Yeah.
It's the same sort of concept where they reprinted a card essentially, and now it's like, well, my deck is that much more consistent. But there's definitely like 100 answers to the character, right? It's kind of like Takeda situation where like people are really scared of Takeda until they're like, oh, I can just run Profane Sanctuary, and then he doesn't get to have a character.
Sure.
Or like I don't think any of the top 8 decks were running TK Mastery. I don't think. Yeah, I don't think
that'd be pretty good.
I don't think very many of them were running Sinister Malevolence, apart from maybe the Wily. Jose was probably running.
Jose was 4x, dude. He was telling us about it.
He was 4xing that card. I don't think any of the symbols can run Bebop Blues. Certainly none of them were running Nailed It, like, the children that they are.
The only people that could run Bebop Blues were the people playing Andy.
Oh, well, there you go. That's the anti-Andy.
Grant Padley could have played Nailed It, but that's like it too.
Yeah. So I think that if you address the character a little bit better with really simple, easy, like blanket answers for stuff, like Bebop Blues is just a good card, right? Like that's just a super solid card that people should be running, and people just kind of forgot. Emergency Rations is really, really great into Andy because he can't use the same Shadow of a Cowboy over and over and over again, right?
Sure. Yeah.
And so like
isn't that say you can't play abilities on the card? The passive in Shadow of a Cowboy is the one that gets you the card.
Oh, it's not the response. You're right. Okay.
Yeah, well, I believe that's how that works.
Yeah, I don't know then. I don't know. I certainly, when I played Church, I multiple 7'd.
Yeah, after your opponent plays an ability on a 9-character card.
Yeah, okay. So you can't emergency rations it. That's fine. But there's like any, like, remember when everybody was freaking out about Spike 1? People were like, just run Mexican Typhoon. Like,
is that a thing people were doing?
We were having fun with it locally, but like I killed Church with the Yoshi deck. I just from science with loved his face off, right? Like there's no he whiffed his attack turn, and I just played attack from science, and he had 7 face down. So I was like multiple 7,
Sure, yeah.
Sure. So like the big thing is if you are able to survive his first attacking turn, which is a tall order. Like that's a lot of damage, right? Like if you go with like it's a lot, right? But if you can answer it or stuff his card pool, because he definitely has no answers for precise blow in that deck. It's like good symbol just has protecting the protector, and that is it. And he certainly does not have momentum on his first attack turn. If you can disrupt the first attack turn, he has a much harder time sustaining that, because a lot of Andy is focused in that one burst, right?
Right, absolutely.
Like that first turn where it's like, where it feels crazy because he's got like the Chun-Li thing that builds one, and that's plus one.
Yeah,
and
once
then
he
lets
blows
loose,
his like
and then
foundations effects,
yeah, and then he just has 100 face downs, and you have to like get through his blocking. But it's like he doesn't have any speed, right? Like that's a character that like that's why I say he feels like a fire deck, because like once the fire deck is out of big shots, if you answer the big shots, they kind of like have to scramble for a way to
they kind of lose their steam very quickly and rapidly.
Yeah, the thing that Church was doing to shore that up was just, you know, once he had a million foundations, he could just meteor blindfold loop, right? Because it doesn't matter what his foundations are doing as long as he can just make checks. But hopefully that doesn't stay in the format for much longer. I'm tired of only playing decks that have to answer meteor.
Listen, you know? It's just stays won't ban Caden's blindfold.
I guess, dude.
For no reason.
I guess that's just the way it's gonna be.
It's like the most obvious thing to have banned after like the first event.
Yeah. It shouldn't. I mean, as soon as people identified it, it just shouldn't have been in the format, right? It's so warping, right?
Yeah.
Like, and not in like you can't answer it way. It's just that you must be this tall to ride while blindfold is around, right? Like I would not. I going to this event, right? And you can ask Tim Keefe the same thing. I guarantee he's saying the exact same thing, right? And Tim Keefe is like the meta guy. He understands how to answer a meta, right?
Yeah, he certainly has a brain on his shoulders.
He has a fucking huge galaxy brain. You ask Tim, and he's going to be like, well, I'm not going to play a deck that can't answer Meteor. And like, that's what his deck from last event was. And that's certainly what Kodal does, right? He was running, I bet he was running Conduit in his deck. I bet he was running Fool Me Twice. You know, I bet he was running Hand Cannon. He was running Single Barrel to catch people who put these off-symbol things in. So he was preying on that, right? And like, if Tim Keefe is playing a deck that just beats Meteor decks and still loses to it in the final, like, you know, like something, you know, maybe it's time to put the old thing on the fucking back burner.
I was trying to do some like quick maths on how many of these decks could have actually even done that loop, and it's really not that many from the whole event.
I mean, that were playing Meteor, you mean?
Yeah, it's really not that many that could have done it.
Yeah, it's like Terry.
There were 1,000 evil
Cassandra.
decks.
Yeah, there are a lot of evil decks for sure. Yeah, I couldn't tell you. The second event and the third event had a ton, and there were definitely some in the first event. I played like 2 of those looping decks in the first event. I mean, like, maybe we like get to the point where it's so answered, everybody plays all these answers that you don't even need to play the answers anymore. But then it just comes back, right? It's just gonna do this circle thingy.
Yeah, it's one of those silly situations where like people stop playing it because they're worried about everybody answering it, but it's still the best deck, so it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
It's like, I can't play this because people play answers. Like, okay, so what if they don't have their answers on board? Do you just win the game? Check yes. All right, cool. Yeah. There you go. You win.
You win. And like the other side of this is that if you see a bunch of answers for the blindfold loop, you still have this incredible 5-diff card called Meteor, you know?
Yeah, almost like you still get to play Meteor, which is like one of the best cards in the format.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't think that Andy needs to be touched. If I were, you know, I would love if they errated more. I feel like like if you errated Meteor and Andy to just say destroy one ready foundation, it would solve a lot of the like turn 2 problems.
They'll never do that. I guess. I don't know. I just don't know about a balancing act for retro. So I'd love to see it I'd love to see it in standard first, I suppose. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I'm not vouching for it. I'm not complaining about it. I think that Church just is a really great player, and like that deck it's very strong, but I don't think it's uninteractable.
Yeah, because I think we've had the same like conversations when we were just testing standard a lot earlier in the summer, where it was just like, oh, we got this Andy, and boy howdy, can you blow somebody up? But also, you just fucking die.
Yeah.
It's like, okay,
that's the thing. He's you know, and he just kind of has to subsist on breaker blocks.
Sure, we've certainly seen like the high roll characters before. Like, And generally, it's like they either high roll and they do well, or they low roll and they don't. Like a Kung Jin is a good example of that, where Andy is much more consistent than Kung Jin. I'm not trying to make that comparison, but it's just like Andy. There's fucking Ken too. It's just like it's stuff where if you high roll, you probably win.
Yeah.
But like, there's also the chance where you just don't see like what you need at the time.
I actually like a lot that Cowboy Andy is the first like good simple character that's not doing cute tricks or anything like that. He's the most anime protagonist deck, right? Like Goku deck should not be doing cute tricks, right? Goku
Sure.
deck, it just punches you in the dick until you're dead. And that's what Andy does. Andy's just like, this is the size of my peen and it's going right up your butthole, you know?
Absolutely.
And so it is cool that there is that like that character, but I understand why some people are like annoyed by it, right? Like, oh, Andy's so nuts. I think that people will just have to fucking take out those telekinetic masteries from their fucking bins.
I don't know why
Sideboard
nobody would
Stoneman.
play that anyway. It's so crazy to me.
Yeah, it's an insane card. Like that's a 3x and a lot
You
of
just like shit on Andy.
yeah.
He literally cannot beat you.
Yeah.
You play like 15 to 16 6 checks. You play TK Masteries, and it's like, how does Andy ever win? Like, all right, I'll minus damage. I'll make another check. All right, I'll minus damage. You don't even have to block at that point because every time he does it, you get 2 activations, right? He's giving things 1/1, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And TK is just good in general, right? Like
yeah, TK is also anti-discard.
a card that just turns anything in your staging area into -2 speed or -2 damage is just good. You should play it.
Turns fucking out. Tap one for -2 speed is good. So
if
like
you're playing fire or earth or order, you should probably put Stone Man in your sideboard just because it shits on that guy.
I would never do that because you
And
still
it
have to win
pisses
that.
off Phil.
You still have to win that game, and you're playing Stone Man, so you're never going to win that game.
I don't know, man.
When's the last time you saw like a top 16 with a Stone Man even in it? A top 16.
A top 16? I don't know, man.
Top 16.
I don't know. Who else?
Worlds
Kuwabara?
2 years ago, I think. And
Kuwabara,
it was
great sideboard.
Worlds 2 years ago was fucking. There was a Stone Man, but I'm pretty sure it was a Dimitri that sided into Stone Man.
Oh.
That Keenan Meadows had to beat with his Mad Pro deck, and he did, I believe. He tells the story a lot, but yeah, it's just like Stone Man sucks. Yes, sure, you don't die, but you can't kill either. Who cares? You're like a 5-hand size character that can't kill people.
I just wanted to meme at you.
You're doing a bad job. I'm pissed
Okay.
now.
All right. Oh, that means I'm doing a great job. That's a great troll. I made Phil angry.
I'm pissed.
um,
Yeah, Kuwabara though, that's a character.
Kuwabara is a great sideboard, especially in retro, where you could just identify that your opponent has 0 answers to it, and then you shit on their face.
Sure.
Yeah, there's also like of that top cut, I don't think anything except for the Kotal Khan had any answers to Takeda. So that's one thing that I'm really surprised about is that since I'd stopped playing Takeda and fucking washed out a top 8.
Well, Scott Sunman could have played Fool Me Twice also in his spike deck.
I don't care about Fool Me Twice. We go through our deck so fast.
Oh, fucking
Yeah.
okay.
I don't know. You have to have like multiple Fool Me Twice out to make that real. I mean, okay. On the flip side, okay. So yeah. Okay. So Spike and they were both playing life, so they both had that. And I guarantee Scott Sunman was probably playing 4 caught red-handed in his deck.
Oh yeah, I mean, caught
I'm
red-handed
sure.
also. I forgot was
Sure.
a card
Yeah.
even.
That
So.
also takes a dump on a lot of Takeda stuff. Okay. I rescind my thing, but I think that Takeda is a boogeyman that people are kind of discounting right now. I still think he's nuts.
Was there even a Takeda? There wasn't like a single Takeda. Oh, there's one.
There was one. Yeah, there's
Nathan
one.
Squire. Yeah.
Last event, Goose played my 90 card Takeda, and he bubbled. I was very sad. He was one of the 4/2s.
90 card Takeda.
Yeah, it plays the duo combo that makes us both draw 40 cards.
Oh yeah, you were telling me that duo combo.
Yeah, it's the we're gonna draw 40 cards deck. It's fucking hilarious and awesome. So fun, so great. I love that deck. Unfortunately, it's just Takeda problems where like Orphaned Alchemist and not Orphaned, Profane Sanctuary just like shits on you. And boy, howdy, look at all these evil decks. Look at all these all decks. Oh boy.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Sure is a lot of those kinds of
Sure
decks
is.
that have that 0/5 that says no to breaker and also just takes a dump on poor old Takeda.
Takes the piss on him.
Takes a big old steaming piss on him. But yeah, there was a Lord Raptor. I think Cody straight up just net decked Jose's winning list.
Sure.
And then did not win. Come on, man. Come on, Cody. That's a
that
winning
Takeda's
list.
Strength of schedule is 27.
Impressive. It's not 0, It's not 0.
He has one higher strength of schedule than Kevin Broberg, who dropped. Wow. Yeah, it's not 0. That's true. That's crazy. I don't even know how you get 0. Like, that doesn't even make sense. That's got to be some kind of error. I think if you dropped, you would still get the person who beats you strength, unless he won and then dropped, like without playing round 2. Like he won round 1 and then dropped because he had to go or something.
That might
That's
have been
the only way that makes sense to me.
Yeah, that's
and his round 1 opponent had to also drop.
That might have been what happened, dude.
Wild. That is so wild to me.
Yeah, but I'm also not playing next event. I'm gonna be commentating with Tamren Cardwell.
Oh, you're doing a commentating.
I'm doing I'm doing myself a commentate.
So it gives Kevin a second chance to play with himself, is what you're saying?
Yeah, Kevin Broberg has to play with himself.
I don't think he's gonna.
I don't think he will either. I think he's too much of a coward.
His deck's too good.
His deck's too.
He's too good, and he doesn't want to be just a free win.
No way, dude. I think Kevin has too much of a galaxy brain. Anytime I play Kevin in a retro thing, he's trying to do too many things, and I'm like, but why do many things when one thing do trick? Why not just play 1,000 Princess Berries, Kevin? Come on, do your boy a favor. You know what? Actually, Kevin, if you will play this fucking Ben Shoemaker list that I've been working on for 2 months, because no one is doing well with fucking Ben Shoemaker.
Nobody's even entering with them. Oh, okay. There was one.
There was one. Brian Harris played Ben Shoemaker. But that character is crazy and should have topped every one of these events. He's so nuts.
What if people are just playing hella pure hearts, dude?
No way.
Yeah, dude. They're just
he doesn't even care about
symbol.
that, dude. Now he has Shadow of a Cowboy, and that prevents one of his cards from going to the card pool. And you sideboard Covert Intent because you always have momentum, and you just draw a billion cards. Big thinking emojis right there, bud. Yeah, dude. I'm telling you.
All right.
All right. No. Hear me out. You sideboard 4 Covert Intent so that when someone Pure Hearts you and puts your 2 best foundations in your card pool, you just draw 4 cards, right?
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah, and you have momentum because they made them discard a card in your fucking Shoemaker, right? And then you just keep going because all of the attacks are really low difficulty and do a billion damage.
Yeah, I guess that's pretty good. We'll give you that one.
Yeah.
We'll chalk that one up to being not a terrible idea. But people should be playing Reaping in their side deck. Reaping is awesome.
Reaping does dump on dudes. Dumps
if
on
people
kiddos.
were playing Ben Shoemaker, but nobody fucking is. So there's no reason to have anti-discard.
But that's somebody come take my Ben Shoemaker list because it's fucking nuts. It's obscene.
It feels like he would just lose to aggro decks.
No, I don't think he does though. He gets to play all the busted death defense shit.
I guess you get to play TK Mastery.
Yes, you do get to play TK Mastery.
There you go.
No bang.
TK Mastery.
No
TK
bang.
Mastery. Wait, you still couldn't play bang, but you could play all the weird random cards?
Correct.
That's so stupid to me.
Well, they want. I don't know. Our theory is holding true that they just want to prove that these characters are nuts, and it's not
the limit testing.
The limit testing. But we could just play Evil Bow. Evil Bow is bang with that does damage.
That's true.
Yeah.
It's bang that does damage, but also costs you a foundation. So who knows?
True.
That we're already blowing up, but we get to play Shadow of a Cowboy, so I guess it's fine.
Yeah.
Yikes. Absolutely yikes.
Yeah.
What a nightmare.
But I would actually like it if they did one of these for standard. I think that is an uncornered market,
What do you mean, like an actual event?
Yeah, why not just do a standard event?
Nah, couldn't be us.
Oh, no, Jasco couldn't do that, right? Because then they would have to address that the format is not altogether too healthy.
Can you prove it's not healthy?
No, it's fine. I just want to fucking take the piss, dude.
Can you prove it's not healthy? There hasn't been an event this year except
you
for
can't-
Worlds.
You can't prove it. Can't prove it at all. They banned everything important.
Yeah,
I
they
actually
banned
think-
all those cards so fucking people could play on the internet with more fun, I guess.
It would be funny to see a standard event with like 12 combat ashes.
Oh, I forgot that's a character.
He's fucking nuts. Just 12 combat ashes and 12 Kevin Broberg 2s because everybody just wants to ride that sweet, sweet Mark Tyner dick.
Yeah, I do
Until
love
the end
Mark
of time.
Tyner's tiny peepee.
It's like a cheese wheel, dude. Really
Like a cheese.
wide.
Like a cheese wheel. Yeah, it's fucking thick and shallow. Thick and shallow. Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know what I would like. What we would see in a like. I've been looking at fucking retro events for so long. I'm like, what the fuck would even be in a standard event? I guess like Combat Ash because I forgot that's a character.
Yep.
Andy probably still.
Andy, pretty good.
I don't know. Spike 1. Fucking. I don't know. I feel like it'd be the same old bullshit. I don't think any of the DLC characters are really like that impactful except for like Andy.
I have a really sweet Stacker Samina deck. That's kind of fun.
That deck sucks.
Oh, okay.
Your Rogue Signet deck or whatever.
No, I took the Rogue Signet out. I took it out. We're just trying to kill him with the regular loop. But I mean, we can still stack Samina because all the AB cards are nuts. Stun
Yeah,
5
he's got pretty good cards.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. The stun 5-1.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There
would be
has
pretty
not.
fucking good.
I don't think I've been going through these lists. I don't think there's been a single Akuma in any of these.
Like in a single event.
Yeah, there's been an Akuma 3, I think, but there's not been an Akuma 2.
I don't know. Maybe they just don't like what does he gain? You know.
He gets that card that straight up picks up a face down from his card pool.
Oh yeah, fucking the 1/5.
Yeah, there's. I mean,
The
and
hash card.
it's a 1/5, right? Like, so you're gonna play 4 of that. That seems pretty good to me.
Yeah, I guess that'd be cool. That's not too bad. Yeah,
And he's
that's pretty good.
he's still crazy, right? Like Akuma he's in that tier of 6-handers that just kills things, right?
Yeah, I mean he gets to still play admission fees, so
Yeah.
because I mean if you're playing the one card, you're playing evil because
Yeah.
it has evil.
I think that Gren is also pretty good. I think he's a very good scaling character. And also in that tier of stuff that just kills things.
Isn't that like bad Asimov and Katarina?
No, he's way better than Asimov and Katarina.
Oh,
Because
he plays the same deck.
He plays a very similar list for sure, but he doesn't have to run a bunch of the like stuff that readies things. He doesn't care about that, right? He's just
Sure.
like the number of red eyes in my thing is this much, and he's like, well, it gets that many +1 damage, so you can see how that gets kind of nuts out of time.
Isn't
then
that what
you-
Asimov and Katarina does?
No, but they have to do a cute like removal stun ready thing, right?
I
Yeah.
haven't seen an Asimov and Katarina deck since
well,
James Stevens played it like
Okay,
3
so-
years ago.
So the difference is that Asimov and Katarina care about the amount of red eyes removed, right?
Sure.
And Gren cares about how many are in his staging area. He's more like Lilith 1
Oh, okay. So he
Yeah.
actually has to build red eye capsules.
Yes, he builds the red eyes, but that's honestly like it's if you just hard mulligan for like two of them on turn 1, right?
Sure.
If you're going first, and then like otherwise, like it's I think it's good. I think he's actually very very good, and you just need to think about how you're going to deal with your defense. And the plus side is that he just auto blocks 2 things a turn, right? He's going to get like +5 to his check just because he has red eyes.
Is that what his effect is?
No, his response. It's like, I think it's before you make a check. Let's look. Let me bring up Gren because I think Gren is actually pretty good.
I don't even know how to find Gren. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
I'll find it for you and I'll read it to you.
There's no fucking search engine that works. So
All right, Jupiter Jazz. Let's look. So Gren, his foundation also really good. His attack is absolute dog shit. But like
Okay,
it's
got
the
it.
worst attack I've
Noted.
ever seen. But okay, so Gren says enhance 4+, name a card, your attack gets +X damage, X equals the number of copies of the named card in your staging area +1. Okay. So at base, it's +2 damage. Out of 4 up, that's pretty good. Eventually gets to
Sure.
like insane damage. Response twice per turn, remove 1 card from your discard pile. After you make a check, that check gets +1 for each copy of the removed card in your staging area.
oh, okay.
Right? So
That's
twice,
pretty good. Yeah.
twice per turn, he like I auto block this thing, or twice
Yeah,
per turn
yeah.
he plays a really like he can play.
Did it say after or before?
It's after you make a check.
Okay, so it's way better than before. Yeah,
definitely.
You don't have to like
way
fucking
better.
wing it.
Yeah, he has chaos, order, and void, which means he's just playing order. Maybe in retro you can play chaos, but I think that the benefit he has is that he gets to play all of the really greedy order 5 diffs, right? Like and he Kali Yugas like a motherfucker, right?
Sure.
All you need is 4 fucking red eyes and you're in there, right?
Yeah.
So you just like turn 1 go Kali Yuga red eye, and turn 2 you're gonna play 3 or 4 5 diffs. Like
It actually seems like he's pretty all right. I can get behind that.
Yeah. And then so I think in the other ones in that 6-hand size that kills you were like Lilith, Rando, Akuma.
You could like play Secret Stash in that guy, and you automatically get foundations that you would remove.
True. Yeah.
That's pretty good. Pretty good.
Yep.
I am not upset by that.
I think he is solid, and I think that somebody should play this character. I think he is definitely super solid. Not like
I haven't
amazing,
really gotten.
but
Yeah, I haven't really gotten to dabble much with the bebop stuff because like, isn't Julia kind of good too? Like,
yeah, Julia is kind of like the big shot character.
They're kind of all pretty okay.
Yeah,
right. Like
they're
if I recall,
good. I
believe even Jose's fucking around with Wen. So
yeah, it's been fucking around with Wen.
So like 4 for 4 on pretty okay characters is it's not too bad. Like that's where you want to be, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, 4 very solid characters. Well, they also all of them tie into something like some sort of support in the original Cowboy Bebop, which is a benefit that they have. Yeah, when I guess Wen likes Mad Pierrot's stuff, right?
Oh yeah, I forgot Mad Pierrot was a stacker.
Like he was a stacker. I don't think Wen is a little bit less than the other ones, but he is technically tied to the Tongpu and whatever. But he has the benefit of all the really great.
Julia gets like jets and stuff.
Evil. Yeah, Julia is all about jets things. He's big. She likes big shots, and she has 2 symbols with it. And she also has 2 symbols with Mad Pierrot's 1 diff, explosive acrobatics.
Sure.
And for her, that's a 1/5 that just gives everything -2 speed, right?
Sure. And then you got like obviously Gren likes the fucking Asimov category stuff. I don't really know what the fuck what's his dick does except for like just be better than every other character, but
Cowboy Bebop?
Cowboy Andy just kind of like cowboys around. I don't really think he needs anybody else's support, but that's okay.
I mean, he has death, so he can play Spike stuff, right? Technically.
Sure, but like
why would you do that when you can
Why would you do that when you could just cowboy around?
Yeah. But he's certainly tied to like his conceptually, I think they were like, well, he can use a lot of Spike support. I think he has 2 symbols with Spike, his death and life.
Yeah, that would work.
But he also has 3 symbols with shotgun, just by the way. So
wait, does he actually?
Yeah, he has death, life, good, right?
That's not fair. I thought that motherfucker had fire. Does he not have fire?
He does not have
fire. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, he has good death, life, right?
They should stop giving characters 3 symbols with that fucking card, but they just keep doing it.
They sure did.
Tira also have death, life, and good?
Tira 2 also fucking shoots a shotgun like a motherfucker.
They really need to like mix up their symbol spreads. I understand they kind of like to match them up, but it's kind of
I am big time like the obsession with giving people both ends of the spectrum, like Andy has death and life, like he's life and death. I don't get that either because Cowboy Andy in that episode was just like a goofball, right? He wasn't really like he was a good guy, I guess.
He was just kind of a fucking doofus, right?
I think he was big, like he was just full of himself, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just like kind of an asshole.
He was a fucking doofus.
Yeah, I think that like when you give him evil and probably water because he's been flowing his entire life. Like I think that they dropped the ball on the symbols in that set, but the characters themselves are very cool. But yeah, I don't know. I think that they could have thought a little harder about the symbols in their.
Usually, it feels more like they're like, here's symbols associated with the abilities we want to put on them, as opposed to like these fucking make any goddamn sense.
Perhaps, yeah, perhaps. I think I remember when I interviewed Fam, he was like, "I made Cowboy Andy, and I love good symbol things, so it makes sense that he is very good symbol, right?"
Sure.
Because I don't know. I don't like putting like I don't know, like Earth and water on the same, or earth and air on the same character. Doesn't make any sense. Void and all, like, stop doing that.
Chaos and order.
Good and evil, like, eat my asshole, dude. Chaos and order. Come on, dude.
Fucking Gren has chaos and order.
Yeah, he does. Why does he have chaos and order?
They're yin and yang, dude.
They're just saying that because he's got hermaphroditic, presenting stuff.
Well, fucking, it made sense kind of with Asimov and Katarina. You're like, this guy's the asshole. This one's the straight man.
Sure.
And now you're like, all right, well, we gave him the ability to play Red Eye Capsule as our only purpose.
Why is Ed and Ein all in Void?
Who fucking knows, dude?
What even is all, to be honest?
It's everything and nothing.
It's like anyway. Same. Janet has all in Void too.
Oh, they do it on everybody, dude. It's
every fucking
like their
character.
favorite thing.
I don't know. Like it's, you do it
It's their
once.
favorite thing,
Maybe
dude. Ken does it.
You're clever, but like fire and water on Liu Kang and Julia.
You really had to get this off your chest, huh? Like, this has really been bothering you.
It really upsets me.
This has really been bothering you.
Well, I mean, like, I get. You know what? Just chalk it up to the duality of man, right? Oh,
yeah, dude.
The duality of man.
Absolutely. I'm just gonna search through characters just to trigger you now.
No. Morrigan has good and evil. So does Kitana.
The old Morrigan had death and life.
When has air and fucking earth?
Mitsurugi, fire and water.
Yes, fire and water too. God damn it, dude. What the fuck?
They really were doing a thing.
I think the only character that I can think of that legitimately feels like should be life and death, right? Is Spike, right?
Sure. Yeah.
Like, Spike is the life and death guy, right? Like he toes the line, and that's the point of his like character arc, right? And then but you look at Tira. For one thing, at no point is Tira a good guy, right? Is she in any of the Soul Calibur stories? I don't actually remember anything. Yeah, she's like evil the entire time, regardless of whether she's happy or sad, right? Like,
yeah.
Like she's jolly gloomy.
She
but
is
she's
literally a servant of Nightmare in every single game. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe somebody
or a servant of Soul Edge.
Somebody might come in here with the lore dump and be like, "Well, actually,
sure, they can lure the fuck out of us. That's totally fine." But I'm
down with
definitely
that.
pretty sure you're right.
Yeah.
But no, it's like I guess like you wanted to go. Well, here's the jolly side. Here's the gloomy side. But then also you only gave them one matching symbol because fuck stacking them.
Yeah,
fuck synergy between their support.
I actually yesterday I did make a stacking Tira that is just burning you to death, and it was fucking hilarious.
Fuck the synergy, man.
No,
we don't need
fun.
that.
I liked it. I had fun.
I like that they were just like, remember that one character that like Phil likes, Tira? Let's just fuck him. Fuck him. Ibuki, fuck him.
Hey, Ibuki's
characters Phil likes, fuck him.
Ibuki is actually good.
Why would I play Ibuki when I could just play Cowboy Andy?
Don't play the same stuff. I don't know.
Ibuki,
she doesn't have to be a shotgun.
They're both just bullshit aggro decks.
Well, she doesn't need to be a shotgun character, and she also does not need to be a bullshit aggro deck.
Are you kidding me? The best way to play that character is to play Redemption because it always does damage, and Redemption shows a symbol of shotgun, which is also a ranged attack.
Well, we gotta build you the covert intent, attack you a trillion times one, because that one's funny. That one's really funny.
Couldn't be me.
I'm not. Listen, Phil. There's no events, right? Let go your earthly tether and become one with the memes. Okay.
I just but then I'm gonna play these bad decks, and you're gonna beat me with real decks, and I'm gonna be pissed. You're gonna beat me with meme decks?
Yes.
And neither of us are gonna learn anything.
Not a single thing will be learned that day.
We will spend 40 minutes building a deck for me to play it for 3 minutes and get rid of it. It's just like real life all over again.
Yes, exactly. Like me playing Morgan 4 times and getting bored.
Well, yeah, I mean, you were never going to be excited about that.
Not even, I don't know. Every time I pull up that Morgan deck, I'm like, oh, it's so awesome. It's so much fun. And then I play it twice and I'm like, that's enough of that.
Yeah, like I could not play a full. I can't play a full tournament of this, but
There's no
I
way.
did get my rocks off real quick.
Yeah, I got to play. I got to confronting Jeddah a 14 speed ailurophobia, so I guess I did the thing I wanted to do, guys.
The deck did the thing.
It did the thing. I drew your card.
Oh, Yusuke having Death in Life makes a lot of sense.
Oh, because he died
Yeah.
and then he came back to life.
Yeah.
All right, I'll give you that. And he's a good guy. You know his.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yeah. Kevin Broberg having evil and good makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, I can see that. Kevin Broberg, he's definitely a coin flip. You know.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Definitely. Dude, whether he plays a real deck or a fake deck determines whether or not he's a good guy or a bad guy.
That is very Kevin Broberg indeed. All right. I accept these terms. What's Kevin's third symbol?
It's void. He's got like I can remember that now because he has my first character was evil, good, and fucking all.
Oh, he's the opposite of you.
My symbol picking had nothing to do with personality and everything to do with Zing.
Gotcha. You wanted to play Zing.
And then I wanted evil so I could play Curse of Corruption, but I never played it. Because they banned all the attacks of power before I got to play them. Feels bad, man.
Womp womp. When are they gonna let the attacks of power into retro? That's what I want to know.
Oh my god, a fucking righteousness nut.
I want to play those, man.
You want to play Cowboy Andy righteousess?
Yeah.
I mean, you'll
totally.
Fucking win. That's for sure.
You'll fucking win.
I mean, that's it. Like, did you want the way to win the game? Because that's it.
Well, some of those attacks of power are really neat, man.
Taisei's got Death in Life also, guys. For all of our seventh cross lore gamers, you know, the kids who grew up on 7th Cross.
That's so upsetting, man. Everything.
That's actually my favorite joke Jose has ever made.
What?
When he was talking about and everybody's favorite childhood IP, 7th Cross. My favorite joke Jose's ever made in the history of Jose. That's the best one.
That was the zinger for sure. That's the one
top
that's
tier.
going. Yeah, that's going on his headstone.
That is top tier jokeage. Yeah, no, I'm just trying to figure. Like, I feel like retro and standard are like the same format right now. Like, I think it would be very similar. Honestly, like you take away the retro characters or throw something else in its place, but it's like most of these decks are like just good standard characters, right? Let's see. Andy, Kodal, Spike, Andy.
The only one that wasn't in standard was Iori, right? On Grand Padley.
I forgot Dr. Wily 2 is still standard legal.
Wily 2 is technically still legal.
I forgot all about that because he doesn't actually have an attack base anymore.
Right.
Does he actually have an attack base? No, right? Like, not actually. You'd have to play like really bad attacks now.
Well, you lose Skull Fortress 2, right? Do you?
No.
Still have
Skull
it?
Fortress 2 is still a support. I guess you still have Dispelling Horn and Moon Ritual, but you don't have Wily 1, so there's no point for that.
Right.
Swift Exorcism, Demon Grab, Minion Grab, Kickback, Crescendo, and that's it.
It's not as good.
No, it sucks. Wait, where are his attacks, actually? What the fuck? Oh, I guess you have Cowboy Battery, Capsule Flamethrower, Capsule Ice Beam, and Capsule Zap.
Capsule Zap is hot.
Capsule Zap is the only good attack I named.
Yeah.
And I guess Moon Ritual Dance, but you can't stack except for more Wily
There's
2s.
There's no point if you're not stacking. Yeah, I think that I've heard that complaint too, where people are like, "Oh, it's just standard plus," right? Some people were requesting like, "What if it was just retro, right? What if you just didn't play anything past?"
Okay, so you got Pea Shooter if you play off of water.
Ooh.
What's his other symbol? Fucking evil or something? I don't even know.
Is death, water, evil? Yeah. But evil doesn't have any allies. You get like
you get Dark Reconquista Purgatory.
That is
you
ally.
get Hate Fish, Prism Storm of Torment for more stacking, Dark Reconquista Triumph, Demon Grab, Minion Grab, Ganymede Terrorist, Space Warrior Squad.
Those are some fast attacks. To be fair,
They're
right?
not slow.
They're not slow. Like both Reconquistas are 4 mid-8s, right?
You could do damage to somebody, certainly.
Yeah, they're really big attacks.
Hate Fish is +5 speed or +4.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
+4 speed.
Yeah, it becomes
It's
a
it's a 5 low 7.
Yeah, in Wily.
Oh, only playable if this card is immediately preceded by an attacker face down card. I guess you have to attack them first.
It
But whatever.
combos, right? But it's a 4-div, so you're not even playing it.
All right, honestly, wait, maybe this deck doesn't suck.
It probably sucks, Phil.
What if it doesn't suck?
I think it probably sucks. Being entirely real with you here. I
But
think
what if it doesn't suck?
then hooray.
All right. Now I'm deep diving. Evil allies search. Are there any foundations that don't suck?
Probably not. Oh, that's
No.
the bigger thing you lose is you don't get all the ally foundations.
You do get allied assets, but no. Your only ally foundations are Bearer of Mackay Whistle, the Leader of the Saintly Beast, and Prism of 7. So no, you don't. Dual symbol, boys. Dual symbol. All right, yeah, no, it sucks. Whatever, man. Dude, a boy can dream. My 2-dot character was literally supposed to be a Dr. Wily clone, and I was just shittier. So, like, imagine that.
Why were
I
you
literally
trying to
just
be
wanted to
Dr.
play-
Wily?
Oh my god, because watching them do the Skull Fortress thing is so fun. Watching them like Skull Fortress loop is so fucking fun. Dude, are you kidding me? Plus,
And
I
then-
tried a million other ideas and they wouldn't let me have any of them, so I just copycatted Dr. Wily's ability, basically.
Oh, okay.
I wanted to have so many other cool effects and they wouldn't let me have any of them, and it was sad.
Well, you can blame Ben Shoemaker for having such a busted character.
What are you talking about? I can blame Shane Duckworth for not letting me have any fun.
Oh, okay. We take the goddamn it, Shane Duckworth.
I wanted to have like almost the same, like a similar effect to my 4+ on my old character, and then like do something else. I don't remember what else it was.
Speaking of Shane and JJ and like Mark Tyner, why aren't any of those guys playing in these events? Like Shane, I would believe Shane didn't own a computer, right? Like that one I would believe.
Yeah, dude. Shane
'Cause
doesn't believe in computers.
He's such a hermit, right? But like
he only believes in meat,
and
that's it.
but like JJ and Mark Tyner definitely have computers, right?
I think I've talked to them about this, where they just don't give a fuck.
Wow, that's interesting.
Like they just don't care because it's not a real event. Like them practicing retro, I think doesn't matter to them. They said.
Yeah, but it's just fun. Like,
do you think those guys are allowed to like have fun playing UFS anymore? No, now they're just tryhards.
I don't know. I used to play JJ all the time, and he's all about the fun.
Now they're tryhards, dude.
Now they're tryhards.
They've tasted victory, and now they're tryhards.
Maybe.
Imagine the last time they built a fun deck. Couldn't be me.
Okay. That's not true because
JJ building a deck out of commons at Worlds doesn't count.
listen, Tyner straight up asked me to help him build a really stupid Akuma deck, and then he spent 2 hours complaining about it. But he did do it. He did do it.
He had
We
no
did
fun. You see?
And it was he had fun. We had fun. He was just like, "Why would I play this card? It's trash. Why would I play this card?" Because that's Tyner. That's Tyner's entire persona. This card's trash.
Yeah,
but-
he's a real fucking edgelord.
I don't know about edgelord.
He's a fucking edgelord now.
I
dude.
don't. I think he's got too many smooth edges to be edgy. I don't know. He's smooth.
Are you calling him smooth brained?
Yes, his brain lacks creases.
That's not good, man. You got to get some more creases in your brain.
Get some more creases in your brain, Mark Tyner. No, I think that they would have fun. I want them to play these events because, like, the more really skilled players play these events, the more fun and more challenging they're going to be, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
But
I
then,
guess-
maybe you and Jose don't make top cuts if there's real players playing, huh?
Whoa, the gauntlet. Maybe.
The glove has been thrown.
I don't know, man. I don't know. You're probably right. Maybe Retro Kings, Jose and Chris Bromley wouldn't be able to make top cuts if there were real players showing up. Listen.
Shots fired.
We had Church, we had Tim Keefe, we had Scott Sundman, Colby Cram, bunch of people who constantly top all.
When's the last time Churches topped the standard event?
He topped with Nightmare at Nats, right?
There was a nightmare at Nats.
Yeah, there was. It was fucking. It was
Oh,
Church.
fuck. All right, Church is a god. I
Yeah,
didn't use the silent assassin, dude.
He is basically the silent assassin, but Church is a real good player. Like some of these other guys, I don't like. Sam Tate is another like he's played a lot.
No, these guys are like half of these people were top cut at like Worlds. So just
fucking good. But and yeah, I think there's enough talent, but like even more could only be better.
Sure. I mean, ideally, but don't charge me $40 if you want me to play.
True. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, $40.
I'm not spending $40 to win promos. Absolutely not. No way.
Okay. What about promos and like $450 in my hero cards?
Oh wow. Mitchell's already got a fucking case. I'm fine.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
That was his whole entire conversation that he had with us the other day. He was like, he's just like, I'm just waiting. I've had a pre-ordered case for like a year and a half now.
Poor Mitchell, man. Poor Mitchell. I hope they give him extra cards for fucking sitting around for a year and a half, just chilling on his.
It's
his
an investment,
deposit.
you know. It's a no interest. Like you don't get any money on it, but it's an investment, you know. It's
Dude,
like
you get interest on bail bond or not bail bonds on regular bonds, right?
That's like the worst savings account of all time. He's got.
True.
He's just got a checking account. Yeah, no, I would love to play in one of these at least, but I don't know. I don't really want to spend $40, and I know I would do poorly. And by poorly, I mean I'd probably lose interest. My deck would have to be so fun for me to want to play a format that isn't standard. Like it better do all of the things. That's how it is to play UFS in general at this point. It better do all the things.
I think you would enjoy that Yoshi deck I played last time. That deck had all the stuff in it. And you would probably make it better.
All the stuff.
I was playing a bunch of goofy shit that it didn't need.
No, I just want to go back to playing decks where my opponent doesn't get to play the game.
So
the good old days.
They Yoshimitsu then.
Play Kevin Broberg 2-dot.
That's a good one.
With all the other Scrub Lords.
And Zealot Rush, which you get in Retro.
You do get Zealot Rush in Retro. That's pretty fucking good.
Yeah.
That's pretty fucking good. Oh, no Natali's in this format, huh?
She sure is.
I just meant like nobody played her in this fucking. Oh, I guess somebody did.
Yeah, somebody did.
Efren Costa.
I don't know who that is.
If you told me he's the guy that won Chilean Nationals, I would believe you. Because I have no idea who that is either.
That is not cool. Just because he has a Spanish-sounding name, I resent that.
Yeah, if you told me Jose Narono won Chilean Nationals, I would believe you.
Oh my god, we're gonna get demonetized. All 2 pennies that we make.
Listen, just because I poke fun at a non-existent national championship where a guy got a card because he was hanging out with his boys for 4 minutes in that day.
You can't prove that. You also can't prove that not what happened, but you can't prove that.
Yeah, the no coverage event.
The no coverage event. All right, so predictions for next time. Is anything going to get banned?
Are there more retro events?
There's 2 more. And an invitational.
We had a retro invitational.
Yeah, dude.
Who's gets invited?
I think it's based on performance at these events. So Jose.
So yeah, Jose and you are going. So predictions for what might get banned, which we do every single time because why not? It's fun. So if they want to do a suite of just retro bans also, I'm trying to think because like obviously they can ban stuff in retro and not standard. Have they done that yet?
Yeah. Just retro?
Yeah, like
they banned Goro just in retro.
Oh, that's fucking right. That literally just fucking happened.
Yeah.
Blindfold should be gone.
Yep.
I don't know. It's tough because like I don't really see anything else where I'm like, that's the fucking shit right there.
I think if Blindfold is out, it opens up the format a little bit.
Blindfold would open up the format more. You get to play different cards in your deck. I want to see them take away all these fucking promo cards again, but that's just me.
It would be cool if they actually just like limited the format even further. Like if they took out a few, like if it were my fantasy tournament, right? I would be like, you can play with these 3 sets, right? Like for a local, that's a lot of fun to do. But for a giant
Yeah.
event, probably not as much. But
We did something similar to that in the Midwest like a couple of years back.
Yeah.
Where we had like a 4-city tournament series
nice.
thing where we just did it ended up being like just post KOF because it was like a bunch of new players who couldn't afford KOF cards. So it was like, all right, let's do, I think it was like Street Fighter back to the first Mega Man set only.
Mhm.
It was fun. I mean, we played like it was a good time. And then
That's cool.
I can't remember if the Legendary Wolf Money in the Bank thing was also that format, but I think it was. That was fun too. It was a good time. I mean, I like limited formats because I think like always having 10 sets in standard is kind of a lot.
Yeah.
Kind of it does not, I gotta say it stifles creativity. It's just like you can do so much more with the game by like limiting it also. Like,
Sure.
all right, just for this event, we're gonna do only these 3 sets. I wanted to see the Street Fighter only tournament. I'm ready.
Yeah.
I'm ready for no fun.
Only Street Fighter.
I'm ready for no fun. I want to see how many
there to be 8 Vegas in top.
how many fucking Dalsims we can slam at a top cut because he's the best character if you just keep the set by itself.
Fair.
Because he gives stats.
He actually gets stats.
Yeah, no. Yeah. I mean, I think that the only card they need to really actually look at is Blindfold. But like we've been saying that for forever.
True.
Blindfold's broken. Everything else seems kind of like it'd be okay.
Yep. Like Telekinetic Mastery.
Yeah, I mean, people play TK Mastery. Andy's worst. Like, look at it. Like, every single character in that top cut gets hit by TK Mastery. Like, hard.
True. Yeah.
Andy Codal pumps like 2 times every single time he uses his enhance if it's a low damage attack.
Yeah.
Wiley pumps speed. Spike 1 pumps speed and damage. Iori speed. Andy again. Grant Padley's both.
Yep.
Ken 2 is both. So it's just like TK Mastery is a fucking godsend. Sent down from the heavens above. Like every character pumps stats. That's good, you know?
Yeah. Incrementally too. Right? That's a big thing that TK Mastery really does is that if somebody's incrementally adding a bunch of little things, like if you've ever played into a grow with the TK Mastery,
You just win.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, you just dump on him.
yeah, no, it's
Andy is the same way.
does how does that work with how does that work against Yoshi?
Yoshi's bonus comes in, and you would get to respond, right? I mean,
Do you only get to respond once? Because it's just a bunch of +3s. Do they all come in at once, or they all come in separately?
So I actually have no idea how Telekinetic Mastery works, right? Because I've heard it both ways, where like you do it when the bonus gets made, and then you do it when it hits the attack card. I feel like it should be when it hits the attack, right?
Sure, I'm just curious when no, I mean like Yoshi's +3s. Do they count when you're like okay? So you play like mid attack, then a high attack, right?
Yeah.
Do those are those 2 separate 3s or 1 6?
I think it's 2 separate ones, right? They're 2 floating.
Sure, so you'd get
effects.
2 activations of TK off of
on the
Okay.
high attack. Yeah, I think that's how that works.
Okay, that's what I was curious about because everybody always just like denotes it obviously with like 1 dice or like however many dice you use because like it's easier to keep track of that way.
Right.
But I think you do actually get multiple activations because it is like a stacking effect.
I guess is it like can you interrupt floating effects?
Yeah.
Because
it interrupts anything. It interrupts anything that just like adds speed or adds damage at the end. Yeah.
It's 2 Yoshi activations. That's 2 separate effects, right? Even though it's the same effect, it's two of the same one twice. So I would assume you would get 2 activations to TK. It's not like Ken. Like Ken, if he removes 2 orange cards, you only get 2 activations. You don't get 4.
It's not like 1/3, 1/3. It's
2
just 2 6. Right.
Yeah.
TK, if anybody ever tried to play Snake Man into TK Mastery, they would absolutely lose for free.
Oh, true.
Snake Man's effect is a bunch of stacking ones. They come in at 1 at a time.
Oh, that's rough.
Yeah, no, that's a real fucking downer on that one.
Yeah, that's a bingo right there.
There was some deck that shit on him because of that, and I don't remember what it is now, but it was very funny when it would happen. It's like,
Oh, you know what I was thinking? because good decks are really good, and so are all decks.
Stone Man, unironically.
No. There's a like a Sirith card that says like respond to the beginning of a combat phase and name a keyword, and every attack with that keyword gets -3 speed for the rest of the turn. So you just name Breaker and like block everything for the turn. You get to be Gil for a turn.
Is that a card? That sounds pretty good.
Yeah, it's got life. I need to find this.
Life, Death, Chaos, Foundation, 2/5. That sounds familiar. I just don't remember what that card is. Oh, I have to click match all selected.
Oh, true. Me too.
Is it Brother in Arms? It is Brother in Arms.
Yeah. Yeah, I was looking at that.
Yeah, R flip, name a keyword after your opponent's combat phase begins. Attacks with the name keyword get -3 speed. That's pretty good. I mean, 2/5 no block.
Oh, I know, but like, I'll play a 2/5 no block that gives all of their Meteor Nutcracker shotguns -3 speed.
Oh, yeah, I guess Shotgun also does have Breaker, huh?
As Breaker too, you know, and then like a lot of like against Wily, you just name Ally. Hello.
Yeah, that's actually not bad, honestly, because like every deck is a theme deck now.
Mm-hmm.
Like that card was dog shit back in the day, but like every deck is literally a theme deck now.
Into Iori and Scorpion, named Desperation.
Yeah.
Kotal Khan, I don't know your name. But
you name fucking Throw.
Yeah. Safe probably. I think a lot of his stuff has safe.
Yeah.
But like if you're a big brain boy and you can identify what a deck does, that card is fucking great.
Yeah, keep you fucking Brother in Arms and name fucking weapons against Ken.
Or Yoshi, right?
Or Yoshi.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's that card's actually playable. Yeah, that's a good. Look at you, accidentally finding the good ones.
Yeah, dude. Sometimes. But all right, I think we've run out of things.
I believe we have run out of things. Do we know when the next retro is?
We do, but I don't know off the top of my head. Sometime next month.
Do we know? When did that get explained?
News and events. Let me go to Jesco Games.
Like their actual literal website. I've never been on their actual literal website.
I don't see anything. Upcoming events has nothing on it.
Okay, so
the
what
last
you're saying
post was July 2020. I know that they announced it at some point. It's out there in the wild somewhere.
July
I know
2020.
It's probably mid-November. I'm gonna go with like the 17th or something like that. And I'll put it. I'll look it up. I'll find it and I'll put it in the description for the video.
I've side note video of side note, guys. Before we end this video, I'm getting messaged by someone named Susie on Instagram, and the literal first thing it says, "Hey, my name is Catherine." All right, that's a bot. We're getting botted. They're trying to get me to buy the nudes. I will not give in.
No way, dude. You could just look up Susie.
Yeah,
Catherine.
I could just look up Susie Catherine on the internet.
Bing.
Find her nudes for free. Look her up on MSN, fucking Messenger. All right, yeah, I think that's it. Expect hopefully Caden's blindfold bans. Maybe they revert and don't let people play the KOF promos and like all the weird holiday random promos.
Yeah, I don't think any of them were a problem. I want
Probably
them to,
not.
I want
It's
them to
just
allow some of the like busted shit because fuck it, dude. But
it's just like super. Yeah, like for this event we've decided to get rid of Caden's blindfold, but you can play clandestine research now, which has
right
2 symbols with Meteor, and it would be the exact same card. It's not the exact same because you wouldn't be looping the same one.
Yeah, you could pick up 4 of them. Yeah.
Yeah, you'd have to find one extra step, one card that clears your card pool. Also.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, imagine that one. It's just the clandestine research fucking loop deck.
I've been wondering if there's gonna be like a Cassandra deck that runs that Sophidia rare Guardian's Judgment. I think it's called. It's like a 4 mid-6. It's literally worse Shield Big Bang, right? It's like discard 1 momentum, go pick up, or after this resolves, remove this one and pick up that one for you to discard.
Sure.
So it's kind of like what you're talking about, where it loops 3 of itself. It's like Shadow Slicer, right? At the cost of
except for like way worse.
It's way worse.
Yeah.
But I'm surprised that nobody's tried it because I think it's fun.
I played it in a base deck once.
Okay.
But base sucks.
Base does suck. Okay. Oh, yeah, because it has like -1 damage on its face.
Yeah, it's a safe attack that has -1 damage on it.
Well,
for no reason
for
other
no
than to
reason.
give base fanboys pleasure. Allow the base fanboys to touch themselves just a little bit.
Just a little bit. Just
Get a semi chub.
little wee touch.
A wee chub, dude. A wee chub.
Okay,
All right,
boys.
I think that's gonna be it for this episode. We didn't say shotgun a lot. But you know, we're just having fun. We're just having fun.
We're having fun.
We're having fun. And yeah, I mean, welcome back to us, I suppose. We'll talk more about more UFS whenever the fuck we feel like it, honestly.
Exactly. Ain't a whole lot.
Adios, YouTube.